Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my promised video that I do if my last one hit 2,000 likes. I know I'm all for one sticking to my promises, and as you guys can see, I started off by, looking for a scout. Is it even worth it? I want to know leave a comment immediately right now, pause the video, hit stop, and let me know, do you think these youth scouts are actually worth it? Because I am very skeptical of them. I didn't know, but I thought to myself, I might as well give it a try and just see what the crack is, see what the deal is. But, you guys might be watching this in the morning. If so, good morning. Hope you had a fantastic night, Kip. And make sure you eat your Weetabix and have a good day. If you're watching this late at night, sort of 12 at night, then, I hope you got a can of Red Bull there with you to keep you going through this video, because it's a little bit lengthy, but hopefully you guys can appreciate that. And, yeah, so let's get into it. We got my first game of this episode up against Arsenal. It was a Capital One fixture, actually, and fortunately, well, I'm actually going to say unfortunately for me, Mertesacker was suspended, because I would have much rather come up against the likes of Mertesacker instead of either Koscielny or Vermaelen, both of them being fantastic centre-backs in this game and in real life. So, I suppose I was a little bit disappointed that he was suspended, because it could have been quite useful to have a bit more of a slow centre-back coming to go up against, but they managed to take the lead there, and Arsenal were always going to be a very tricky opponent. They've got a great side, and I know from playing with them in head-to-head, they are a very good team. Not only that, but they are actually very good when it comes to dominating a game possession-wise. And there it is, 2-0. It didn't take them long whatsoever for them to go 2-0 up. And things were just not looking good for me, seriously. I mean, they were all over me completely for the entire game. And I was struggling, to say the least. I really was. A nice, great little chip into the box, and Giroud there using his head. That's probably what he's best at. He's a good aerial threat because of his size and stature. But I was 3-0 down going into halftime, and it was always going to be a little bit tricky. You guys can go back there and pause to check the scores elsewhere around the world, around the grounds as they like to call it on FIFA. But a great little through ball through to Cisse, and he uses his absolutely monstrous strength. And that's the sort of position where Mertesacker would have been a little bit better, because Mertesacker certainly has a lot more strength and beef about him than the other two centre-backs. But yeah, like I was saying, Cisse managed to use his strength there, and I honestly thought this could be the comeback. The comeback king had arrived, but it just wasn't meant to be. As you can see, they had about 4 people flooding the box, and it was just one of those rebound goals. The amount of rebound goals I've let in is absolutely ridiculous. So, they had one last little chance there, but that was just about it, and they finished 4-1, and that was me out of the Capital One Cup, and that was a cup you guys know I really wanted to go far in, but it was one of those, fixtures where it was like, I've come up against a top 4 side, and Arsenal have definitely been the hardest opponents I've come up against so far. I mean, any of those other teams, would have been fantastic. Watford there, just my entire bracket, anyone but Arsenal, but that's just not the way it was meant to be, and Arsenal smacked me out of the cup. They didn't just beat me, they completely battered me. But unfortunately, Park picked up an injury during that as well. Park has actually been a pretty good player in this. He hasn't been a hugely influential player in the sense he's not picking up tons of goals or assists, but he's been just a very good all-round player, and certainly someone that will be sorely missed, I suppose, because he did fit in well in Diakite. Oh, god damn it, I'm never going to say that name right. It's just not meant to be, okay, guys? I'm just going to refer to him as the boss for now. But as you guys can see, the press kind of bashed both Traore and Jose Bosingwa, saying they both didn't do it. They both failed to shine. And it kind of called for me to make a few substitutions, obviously the press thought so that's what I think. No, I'm joking, but I thought, it's a good time. I might as well take him off. He's not playing well. Time to give some of the other players a little run around, and also bring Fabio on, because Fabio is actually a 76 rated player and got quite a bit of potential. He's a good Brazilian left back, and I felt as though, it's just a good chance to rotate the squad and get some of the good players in. 2 things that I really would like to see is that I get, come the January transfer window, is kind of get one good centre-back. Anton Ferdinand, he's good, but he's just a little bit too slow. I feel as though him and Mbia, I think that's how you say his name, tend to be running into each other, a little bit clumsy, so I think deepening the centre-back position will be key. Also, I'm going to do a big overhaul in the midfield when it comes transfer time for me in the come January time, I'm going to really have to overhaul the midfield. I feel as though I'm lacking quite a bit in the midfield, you know. We've got good players there, you know, solid players, but no one that really stands out and can really make a big difference. Another big thing I'd like to change up come the January transfer window is the attacking options. That definitely needs to be sorting out, because at the moment it's just Matux and Cisse are my only two real threats. But early on we get, well, not that early on compared to what we're used to, you know, sometimes we see 4-minute goals and 8-minute goals and things, but, you know, well into the first half we pick up the first goal from Cisse. Cisse is just, you know, he's the one that I go to for the goals at the moment. He's doing a fantastic job, and it's honestly a pleasure having him on the side. Like I said, he is quite an aged player, and I don't know how much longer he'll be able to perform at this sort of level, but at the moment I'm enjoying using him, and Matux is playing well as well. But fantastic ball by Matux, and what a finish from Tarap. What a goal that was. Seriously, fantastic. The way he just took it down, and oops, I think I just smacked the mic there, but yeah, he just took it down on the chest, onto the thigh, and then just volleyed it into the bottom left-hand corner, which was fantastic to see. I was really happy with that. Pleased to see that that things are working out. And a really unlucky shot, you know, I went for a slightly more different free kick. I'm finding that scoring free kicks at the moment are really tricky on this game, especially offline. You know, online things seem to be a little bit easier, but offline free kicks I'm really struggling with, so I've decided to go for, you know, choosing the short pass option, or even, you know, trying something a little bit more creative. For example, holding RB or R1 to bring a third man, left trigger to bring a second man, and just to create a bit of variety in them. You know, you guys may have seen in some of the ads for FIFA 13 the new tactical free kicks, and those are always fun to try out. The one where you can flick it up to the second free kick taker and he'll just volley it straight off. Those sort of things, I'm going to definitely be using those a little bit more, because I find that me just going for the normal straight up free kicks where you try and bend it or curl it round a wall is a lot more tricky. But how about that for an effort? Just a little bit wide. Unfortunately, I would have preferred it if it was going to test the keeper, but it just wasn't meant to be. So, like I said, you know, you guys have been leaving some awesome feedback on who I should be getting. I've actually already been through the January transfer window, so as much as I appreciate your help on who I should be purchasing things, I've already made the purchases, and you guys have already left some very, very constructive feedback on who I should be buying on previous episodes, so there's no need to repeat that process again. But definitely, I feel as though you guys are going to enjoy the transfers that you'll see in January, and I'm excited to show you guys them as well. So another interesting comment, because that's pretty much all I do with the career mode series, is just read comments, because the comments is where you guys give me awesome feedback, tips, ideas on what I could do with the team, and just all-round good stuff, essentially. One of the comments was regarding the squad reports, and they said, yo, Cal, could you please show us the squad reports? And that shows the player growth, how they're getting along. And I completely forgot about that part of career mode. You know, I personally am looking down and I can see them, but I'm not really showing you guys these players' growth. So I decided, I go on and I immediately recorded that. Obviously, I say this almost every career mode, but I'm a little bit further ahead than what you guys are seeing right now. So for that reason, there's going to be a few problems, as you guys will start seeing the squad growth a little later on, and it won't be in the next couple of episodes, but hopefully I'll be able to get that to you pretty soon. Also, another little thing that I actually had a lot of fun doing today, and a big shout out to everyone who's in my stream today. The Ultimate Team servers were down, and I was a bit, you know, stuck on what to do. I started doing some skill games, and I just wasn't really feeling it. You know, there wasn't that much viewer interaction going on, and that's really why I do the streams, is for, you know, just to communicate. Can't even speak. To communicate to you guys. And I started doing a series where it was not even a series actually. It's I did a live stream, but I did a career mode exclusively for the live stream, and I actually started using Spurs. I thought I'd try out someone a little bit further up, and I just had so much fun. So I just wanted to say a big thanks to everyone who came along to that stream. And if you're interested in that, then follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I often announce when I do the streams, and I'll be doing some exclusive Spurs career mode on there, and just chatting between you guys, and you guys let me know who you want to buy. You know, it's some immediate feedback sort of thing. But that'll do it for this bonus episode. If you could leave 2,000 likes on this for uploading so late and just being a dedicated mofo, that would be awesome. I really do appreciate it. But on your left hand side you have the previous career mode video, and on your right hand side is a squad builder. Thanks a lot guys for watching. I do appreciate all your support, and like I said, if you could leave a rating for this late night upload, that would just be fantastic. Thanks so much for your support guys. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.